Have you ever woken up after a good night's sleep and still felt exhausted? Not physically tired but mentally exhausted? What if the problem wasn't how long you slept, but the thoughts running through your head before you closed your eyes? In the peaceful village of Willowbrook, where the air is tinged with the scent of fresh earth, and the mornings echo with the chirping of sparrows, lives a young man named Kian. On the outside, Kian looks like any other 19-year-old, kind, polite, and always ready to offer a quiet smile. But inside, he has a lot on his mind. Every morning, when everyone else is awake, Kian remains curled up in bed, his body heavy, his mind hazy. Even after hours of sleep, he wakes up tired, not the kind of tiredness a coffee can cure, but a deep, aching weariness that clings to his soul. His friends joked, Kian sleeps more than a cat in winter. Others whispered, he's a good boy, but always in his own world. But Kian knew something was wrong. He wasn't lazy. He was simply exhausted, and he didn't know why. One golden afternoon, as the fields shimmered in the sunlight, Kian sat under an ancient oak tree on the edge of town. His eyes stared to the ground. His heart whispered questions he couldn't answer. Why do I always feel so tired? Why can't I wake up feeling refreshed like everyone else? What's wrong with me? As he sat in silence, he heard light footsteps approaching. It was Elder Rohan, the village's wise, silver-haired healer. They said he could read people's thoughts as easily as reading a book. He didn't say much, but when he did, his words were very meaningful. Rohan stood beside Kian and gently said, "Your body is young, but your soul carries the burden of time. Why is your silence greater than your words, son?" Kian blinked, surprised. He had never spoken his true feelings to anyone. But something in Rohan's voice made him open up. "I've been sleeping for so long, yet I'm still so tired. I want to feel alive again, but I don't know how," Kian said, his voice almost a whisper. Rohan nodded slowly, then sat down beside him. He drew a small circle on the ground and said, "This is your mind, and every day you pour your thoughts into it: worry, pressure, comparisons, self-doubt, unfinished conversations, memories that refuse to let go. But you never empty it. And a full mind cannot rest." Kian leaned in, listening more closely. "The body sleeps," Rohan continued. "But what about the mind? It remains awake. It keeps thinking about the same things, until even sleep becomes exhausting." Kian asked, "So what should I do? How can I give my mind rest?" Rohan smiled gently, as if he had been waiting for that question for years. "Every night, before going to bed, give your mind a quiet breath. Just 5 minutes. No noise, no distractions. Just you, a pen, and a sheet of paper." Kian looked confused. "And what should I write?" "3 things," Rohan replied. "Write down what you felt today, what you learned, and what you will try to improve tomorrow. That's all." Kian blinked. "Will that really make a difference?" Rohan's eyes gleamed. "This isn't magic, son. This is release. When you write down your truth, your mind will breathe a sigh of relief. And when your mind breathes a sigh of relief, your soul will breathe in peace." That night, Kian went home and tried it. He sat down on the floor of his small room, lit a candle, opened his notebook, and wrote, "Today, I felt lost. I realized my weariness wasn't physical, but mental. Tomorrow, I will begin to let go." When he closed the notebook, something subtle changed. His chest felt lighter. His breathing was deeper. That night, for the first time in months, he didn't toss and turn. He simply slept. The next morning, Kian woke up before dawn. The sky was still dark, but his heart was radiant. A quiet energy vibrated within him, strange, yet beautiful. Every night, he continued his practice, and every day, he felt more alive. His posture straightened, his eyes shone brighter, his laughter returned, and gradually, the villagers began to take notice. "Have you seen Kian lately?" one asked. "He looks like he's just woken up from a very long dream," another replied. One evening, several weeks later, Kian returned to the oak tree to find Elder Rohan, but the wise old man had vanished. Some said he had gone to another town. Others said he only appeared to those who truly needed him. But Kian smiled, because he didn't need to see Rohan again. He had taken that lesson with him.